Well, this is it. Last day on Route 66. It is day 20, Friday, August 31st. I don't know where the time is gone, but then when I look back at everything I've done, places I've been, and people I've met and seen, it's just unbelievable. It's just really unbelievable that we're here. So I'm at the El Trovatore. I'm in the James Dean room, if you can tell. Uh, it's it's a unique motel. I'm glad I stayed. I'm glad I had the experience. I probably wouldn't stay twice because there's other motels in the area I'd like to check out. And I'll show you around the room and outside in a bit. So yesterday I traveled from Holbrook, Arizona to Kingman, Arizona, where I'm at today. And today I'm traveling from Kingman to Beatty, Nevada. Beatty, Nevada. And after Beatty, I'm going to Mammoth, California. Wait a minute. That is not on Route 66. Venture Vin started in Santa Monica and he's supposed to return to Santa Monica. I was supposed to do a lot of things on this trip. Expectation management. So as I was starting the trip, a very close, dear friend of mine since 6th grade, Greg, is having his 50th birthday party. We're all turning 50. All friends are on. We're all turning 50 within the next 12 months. And we met in La Crescenta SDA school, Glendale, California, Los Angeles County area. For those of you who don't know. So, anyways, he lives in Southern California, but he has a place in Mammoth, and we're having all the guys convene in Mammoth for his 50th. And one thing that Route 66 taught me above and beyond anything else, it's not the places and destination, it's the people that make the difference. And Greg and his family have made a huge difference in my life, and I'm not going to pass this up. I'm not going to miss his gathering up in Mammoth to go over pavement that I've already done, actually multiple times. I've done Route 66 multiple times from this point, from Kingman to Santa Monica and back in multiple different vehicles, including the KLR. I do plan on finishing this Adventure Vin trip in Santa Monica, but it'll probably actually be a break of about a week or even two where I pick it back up and get to Santa Monica Pier. But it's going to be entertaining. If you're following me strictly for Route 66, I will be going to the this morning here in Kingman. I'm going to the Powerhouse Route 66 Museum, and that will be my last video of Route 66. So for those of you who've been following me on Route 66, thank you very much. I hope it's been entertaining, educational, informative. After the Powerhouse Museum, if you want to continue to follow, I'll be going up over Hoover Dam today, going through Las Vegas. Not a lot of stopping in Las Vegas, but I will be overnighting in the vicinity of Area 51, where I'm going to be going down that. If anyone's ever looked into Area 51, there's a dirt road you go down. Then there's a sign that says, do not proceed any further, and usually a white truck shows up. So I'm debating on rolling the dice and doing it. It's legal to do, but you can't pass that sign. And it's a dirt road, which the KLR will handle fine. So follow along. Today is going to be the Kingman Route 66 Powerhouse, Route 66 Museum in Kingman, Arizona, called the Powerhouse. And then after that, I'm heading north. Yesterday, what I did see was I did stop. I did not forget Winona, as the song on the dance will explain. I pulled out. I went through Winona, and I went over an abandoned bridge, closed off bridge. It was pretty interesting. So that's on Facebook, the Winona Bridge. And then I stopped off at the Here It Is Jackrabbit Trading Post, which is iconic. It's almost on everything. Route 66, you punch in Route 66, you're going to see something like this. And it's been around forever. It's in Joseph City, Arizona. I stopped off there, had a great conversation with the son or grandson of the original proprietor, which was really, really cool. That was really interesting to talk to him and learn about the trading post. And it's still in existence and it's still alive and well. And that was a really cool stop for me. I really liked doing that. Jackrabbit, Here It Is Jackrabbit Trading Post. Yeah, it's on every map, every guidebook, every tour book. You can't miss it. Definite must stop. And then Twin Arrows. I've always wanted to get pictures with Twin Arrows. They're on Facebook. But as I approached it, one thing that saved my hide with the KLR, the motorcycle, and for anyone who's watching this specifically about the KLR, and followed that I had some tires replaced through my trip. Well, I have heavy duty knobbies on both. Not ideal for the road, but yesterday was the closest I had ever been to going down on that KLR since I've owned it in 3 years. What I did was there's a regular off ramp, and I did something that was questionable and probably shouldn't have. I know I shouldn't have. But right before that, there's a dirt road, and it goes up to the arrows. So I thought, well, I'm on a KLR. I'll just take the dirt road, and I can get closer faster. It was like that soft gravel for runaway trucks on freeways, like when the runaway semi truck that loses its brakes, they have like these runaway ramps that are just soft gravel sand. Gravel. I mean, not packed at all. Well, I go out, I hit that at freeway speeds. And had I had that street tire, if you're following me, I had to put a street tire on the front because when I was in Gallup on the eastbound, there was an issue with my front tire. All I had was a street tire. But on the return trip, I got a knobby tire put on in Springfield, Missouri. Thank God. If I had that street tire on the front, there's no doubt I would have went down. There's no doubt I would have went down. But I went in there and it was like slosh left and right and pitching and yawn and I just kind of tried to think my way through it. I backed off on the throttle. I dropped it a gear. The back wheel just seemed to find its place and just powered through it. And on the way out, I just kept it in first or second gear. It was the scariest I've ever been on the bike. Had I gone down, I would have went down. It probably would have felt like a thing of powder, and I wear so much protective gear. I don't think I would have been injured. It just would have been a hassle picking up the bike. So that was Twin Arrows, my experience at Twin Arrows. Then after that, I went to Walnut National Monument, where I visited with the Traveler's Check. So if you were following me on my check and trek. When I was heading eastbound, a friend of mine who was, we're in the same Air Force unit. I'm active duty. He's a reservist, and his full-time job, he's a federal park ranger. But on my eastbound, he had the day off, a couple of days off, and he met me in Seligman and rode with me from Seligman to Holbrook and then Holbrook to Gallup, and then he had to go back, and I continued on. So if you look at any further videos, he's the one, me and him are doing that fake video of we're pretending that we're in a motorcycle museum. That's when I was getting that front tire mounted. That was way back in the beginning of the trip. It's not a motorcycle museum. It was just like some parts bikes outside. But yeah, so I got to visit with him. He was on duty. We went out to lunch. Had a really good visit. And he is the guy that taught me how to ride the motorcycle 3 years ago. I've only been riding for 3 years. He taught me how to ride it. He's the one that helped me pick out the bike. He test rode the bike because I couldn't ride the bike when I bought it. And then at work, he would show me day by day, how to operate it. So thank you very much for your support, Traveler's Check, and your training on showing me how to handle the KLR. And there was somebody, either through Facebook or YouTube, I don't know who you are, but you expressed an interest in taking a KLR on a long trip, and I don't remember where, and I apologize, I don't remember your name. I'm getting a lot of inputs from people I've never met before, which I think is great, I really do. But the KLR, and I'm going to give you my experience, which is 3 years of experience, which isn't a lot. But the KLR did really well on that soft dirt. And I've been on some really, unimproved dirt roads, gravel roads, old Route 66 stuff. I know no other, a street bike's not going to handle it. A Harley, a Cruiser, a sports bike. That KLR did great on the off-road stuff. I got to see some parts of the country, some parts of Route 66. I know people bypass. Because even the maps say rough road, four-wheel drive only or something like that. So for that part is great. The KLR is not going to be the bike. It's going to need a brake at least every hour and a half to 2 hours at highway speeds. And a highway speed for me on my bike is about a good 65 miles per hour at 4,500 RPMs. And I could ride it for an hour and a half to 2 hours. My butt starts hurting after an hour and a half. So about an hour and a half, me and the bike are done. We take about a half-hour break. So just know that. And another thing to note, too, is that the KLR is really good to be on your own. Because like I said, if you tip it over, if it goes down, it's just at that weight and proportion that a single person can get it back up straight. Get it back. You get a bigger off-road bike or maybe one of the BMWs, you might have a harder time picking it up. So by all means, the KLRs, I've known people that go around the globe, go down to Panama. But if you have to do any highway riding, you have to listen to the bike. So I just want to throw that out there. So what else did I see yesterday? That was about it. The Bridge of Winona, the Jackrabbit Trading Post, Twin Arrows, and then Walnut National Monument, which is really cool. There's a really nice stretch I got on when I was heading westbound, and it's about 20 miles outside of Seligman, and there's a sign that says Route 66, exit here. I got off, and there was nobody on the road. Nobody. I had about 20 miles to myself, all the way to Seligman. Seligman started. I went through Seligman, and I stayed on the Route 66 where it goes up through Peach Springs and then down towards Hackberry, then into Kingman. That was a really good way to end the day for me. It takes about, it might be 10 more miles, it might take 15 more minutes, but to be on a motorcycle, it was much more relaxing. Good way to end the day. So once again, today I'm going to go check out the Powerhouse Museum here, Route 66, Hoover Dam, go through Las Vegas and Henderson. I'm going to see if I can visit my buddy Larry, who lives in Henderson. And then may even check out Area 51 and end up in Beatty tonight. So let me show you around the room. This is the El Trovatore. I'm in the James Dean room. I met the owners, a very interesting couple. They've really brought this motel, you know, as up to current standards. They got a refrigerator and microwave. The refrigerator and microwave wasn't listed on their website, so I didn't think it was going to have one. It doesn't have a coffee pot. They're very spacious rooms. I got a king-size bed. I remember these hotels were built in the 30s. So when I show you the bathroom, it's going to look pretty antiquated, pretty rustic. Like I said, there's other motels I want to check out if I ever come through this area again. But I'm glad I stayed here, but I probably won't be staying here a second time. So this is where a bathtub used to be, and they're explaining that. I put some plywood because there's some repairs that need to be done to the bathtubs. So there was a separate bathtub there, a window with a view. I'm turning around away from the bathtub, and then here's where your shower is. It's a pretty big shower. So you got a sink, a little small sink over here, and toilet, and then the shower. I don't think there's a light in here, but the shower is kind of unique. So there's your controls, but your spigot is on that side. But it's so big you can fit well, I'm gonna say you fit 3 people in here, but it's pretty spacious in the shower. The El Trovatore now is known for its neon light and its mural on the outside. And it was good. I got to park the motorcycle. Got to park the motorcycle right here. There's the motorcycle. Looks like some people have already cleared out, but I'm barefoot. So there's the El Trovatore Tower sign. They had it lit up last night, and they have numerous murals painted on their buildings. So Kingman Airfield was known for, I think they said 7,000 B-17s or something. So there's murals all around their structures. They're really interesting, actually. This is a map. This part here is a map of Route 66 and what you would see. I'm not going to go all the way down and do it, but you kind of get the idea. From the lobby, if the lobby starts at Santa Monica, then it goes through. Oh, look at that. This is one of my favorite. I didn't realize that. My room was right underneath Tucumcari, which Tucumcari was probably one of my favorite towns of Route 66. And then it says James Dean. It's funny, James Dean, no smoking. Apparently nobody told that to James Dean. So yeah, it goes down, you kind of get the idea. You know, one thing I was going to show you guys, before I end the video here this morning, is I talked about my boots a lot and the Leah knee guards. Now this is a little more than what anybody else is riding out there, especially for a road trip. This is more motocross or just getting out there in the desert for the day. But these are this is what the Scorpion was hiding in when I was in Shamrock, Texas, if you saw my Scorpion video. But how it basically works is that, and I kind of show it on day one, but there's the boot. This shin guard piece goes right in the boot a bit, like right about there, like that. And it's just like that. So I got protection. The shin part has the protection of the boot, and then the protection of the CE rated Leah guard, and then it's dual hinged, and they're actually quite comfortable. It's dual hinged. So I'm on the bike. It sits pretty flat it sits pretty anatomically on my kneecap. So I've been wearing those every day, and I'm on the bike for about at least 8 hours a day, and haven't had any really bad issues or discomfort. And I was glad I had them on. Had I gone down yesterday, And that dirt, although it was soft, that probably would have helped, prevent any kind of gravel from going through my kneecap. Well, so I'm a little bit melancholy. Trip's coming to an end. I'm very, very excited to see my family and my wife and my daughters. Just can't wait to see them and give them a hug. So that part last night, I seriously wanted to wake up at 2 o'clock this morning and just head straight back down to San Bernardino and see my family and just call it. But I do feel this is important for me to be with my friend Greg. We don't see each other a lot. And I do, I think it'd be kind of cool. Take the KLR over Hoover Dam, do some shots, and do some of these other sites. So that's what we're going to do. That's where the adventure's taking me, So plans are essential, but the real adventure comes when your plans fail. Let's just hope that it's not mechanical. All right, everybody. Thanks for following along. And all those new people I met that are following along on the channel, thanks so much. I mean, your support and encouragement just makes me want to do more of this. I do go back to work. I'm active duty Air Force. I go back to work on Tuesday, and I don't know where that's going to leave me with making more videos. I might do some stuff at home and some KLR reviews, but the adventures on the road will probably taper off until I wrap it up in Santa Monica. And that'll be fun, and I'll let you guys know. And I'd like to have you sitting right behind me looking forward as I finish the Adventure Van Route 66 trip. Like, subscribe. Don't forget to get out there and ride. Remember, all of our passions are different. So if it's not riding, whatever yours is, I support it. Fulfill it. Get out on the road and do it. Take care, everybody.